I come across martial artists with a karate, judo, towards the advanced years, having a lot of this knee and the hip problems. And the reason could be attributed to incorrect technique, incorrect practice. Very simple things which creep into one's practice and it remains uncorrected and it creates a lot of problems later. In Tai Chi too, if you do not practice it correctly, you will invariably have something called a meniscus tear in the knee. And with a lot of modernity, what happens sometimes, these principles are lost. A reason being that it's a little difficult to master them. One particular aspect is turning on the weighted feet. I'll explain.
Do not move the hip. Do not move the hip at all. Hip is behind you. This is already midsection. This doesn't need to go any further in that direction. Hence use the wrist. Okay? So the hip has to be the floor of the movement. You are using, hip is very, very important, but you do not move the hip. It is a floor. It's a ground for the movement to base itself. So for this to happen, don't allow this to happen. Do this instead. And also turn on the weighted feet. Why? Why is it important to turn on the weighted feet? Because if you have to unweight it, make it simpler and easy, and then move, you are moving the hip too much. And hip, there's a lot of mass here, and it is behind the knee, pushing it forward. So, weight it, don't move the hip, use the waist for the movement. So, you try to think over, and this exercise will really help. Don't allow the knee to go past the arch. Keep the knees pressed against each other and try to sit without allowing the knee to come forward. And stay there. So with time we will improve the staying power in this form, where use the waist. Movement is generated from the waist first. So, and the power comes from the floor, the hip. And ultimately the leg is powering, but hip ensures the flow. So unless you have a good fulcrum, you will not have leverage in the movement. So hip has to be seated very well.